Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sikasem. Sikasem and de Bruno. Lumba the kind of say, why you Sikasem ya, we are pennies and why akora. Was here, Sikasem ye, na to ye. Patrick Befi, because can come. Sikasem and de Bruno. Every Monday be at 7 to 9 p.m. Your Hanum. Ye Sikasem Hajuma. High Life Radio and at Uti, before see best starting, like, share, and subscribe. And so it was strong topics from cry ma cry. Before I say best starting no every Wednesday so a paradigm shift a program be a necrophobic break kasa or more when different mind. Let's be honest. You're very honest. And you might be a train and I'm why ABCC say in information so a bit me aboy sometimes no cry to move forward nedding. Paradigm shift you're focus on more that information with me to an more I change. Nti wotia ɛboa ma wotumi so wotumi to ama ho. Subscribe to the Patrick Befi YouTube channel. Na every Wednesday be a live show. You know, subscribe to the channel now. There was so many stuff on there. Because you can come so TikTok, your friends also why because you can come talks or Facebook. They say so. I will say your friends say YouTube. So
we post your first video last Friday.
Yes. Because Mami Jao na kasa kakra na fi. The all my now they am I again High Life Radio and out you know.
All right. So, of a very fair child, that's it. And then so yeah, that for fresh here for you know. Senior DBA and team the kind of history in the friend. The history in very short. And yina ye and mami kushia ye sister piam ye no. Now history in for Nigeria Igbo for especially if you go to southeastern part of Nigeria now. History, more about the early 1900s. What kind of back or something we could it be dated back to early 1800s, which means pre-colonial times. No, Igbo for no more apprentice system. And no Accra, it be 13 years, between 13 and 18 years. Na you did not call Igbo ni papa penny. Ibo no krokese mo no business. No awon ta friend oga nya Nigeria for friend oga no te hono ye okwa kusua se ne yididwa se ne ye business se ne oba be entrepreneur as early as 13 nti okoho na okusua obewo papa ne nchen for be 5 to 7 years, which means on pon ne ho se ne Ghana ye kan so obi kusua adwuma na opon no ho a on pon no ho no obewo 20 or 25 years. We no more mfa paperwork. And I say you be and it was just a word of mouth, and then also no more trust no normally say dear the ecoso and into a crowning win by age 2025 no when you all the experience into as a form of appreciation from Organo Obemano ABA starting capital Obemano materials or the work starting the business. It be correct to me the shop, it be correct to me they award you with Nebaba. Because our duty to the extent say we no say by hook or crook nya we be free no obe to be correct me the baba amount era. So between 1950s to 1990s more no it became a working model for Igbo for no more Nigeria no, and it's now call Nigeria obo say oko baby to say Onisha market oko Alaba, all these big places oko baby to say Lagos are Igbo for they control huge wealth over there. It's not because magic be say bibi omukusua was kunemum. It was a system that they were practicing as early as the 1800s. Ano matwa son kakran sa adisuade be ne wom adisuade ba ko ne say it teaches you how to delay gratification. They work first, putting effort, and then they will earn later. And then they also have that collective upliftment. On function on we rise by lifting others, and I feel so trust and loyalty. So integrity was a currency at that time. Your honesty was your capital at that time. You being honest, you being very credible in your dealings. And you see, Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, Omuna tribe control huge wealth. Nigeria and even West Africa at large. So you will not be it will not be surprising to find most of the wealthy people in Nigeria being Igbos. And Yoruba for any Hausa for any Kakra. And start early, delay gratification, and then honesty as your capital. And only this idea was history.
We crying Chebia, 1950s near the crowd. Me say,
Yeah, and Jay.
And Chebia name says, system there, yeah, I see in Siadi. By the way, Hayford, from Bono or Chief Bono, Hayford, thanks for joining. Fifi, thanks for joining. The Chel Biasu joining. I said, the Mekano, wahoo, share the process I know go through. A form of learning. And then just say, also, we MBA pan no.
Oh, true.
MBA, yeah.
MBA, yeah.
MBA no mkobo hono. Oh, and so yes na ye na yesua hwe sa eti sa na tie sa na ye form of education no sa na yesua de enye se class nko a na eti no obi ka cho se na ye friend say kubru ni ba ni yesua de a oboa na enye no kre ni yesua de pa yenim kakra kra wo hwe ani de obi akoto adwuma mu simtress we ni na is afọ obi ye mesi na obi di na chi ni na education bia the microphone cast education just a classroom answer. Once again, thank you everyone for joining. I said them kind of topics from Kukra. Why most people may die broke despite hard work. Why most people may die broke despite see Ghana free the infant say why Ghanaians many Ghanaians are now most Ghanaians may die broke despite hard work. Again, the massa na isiba. Before say can be like, share, and subscribe. Na money fair. Why? Again, na money basa. You know, you will nyama kakra bi ene mo be hwe wa hanom. So hwe sene your system ni city a you mo bebre ho no when it comes to finance, as ya na ndwin kwa akiri kra. Yen dream bebre nkwa akiri when it comes to finance. It is a one logo line. Was it this is a cosa? As you share a finance, yan yama be bree. Ain't me, yes, Sakeke, no didi, no court, no aba, no abeda, a sorry, no abequa, no aba, a year, no abequa, and yen no I was said, a near me bit cosso, I was a plan between me cosso life. They said you can be discuss nyama bebree na ebi hu di ntia masa nyama nyina esa yehwe ba first one you be discuss hard work alone doesn't build wealth. Strategy does. Working long hours is good, but without planning and directions, you will stay stuck. Yeah, they said they kind in the NTSC. Don't do like what I did. Make multiple source of income. I knocked myself out. It's multiple, you have multiple source of income. I read and media and said, I was a koye jumana, Timmy, Jumana sa giddy, and 3, 4, 5. Now, Uncle Siaga, Chikran, Kaya for me. Kaya for me. You see, hard work is the fuel, by strategy is the map. Fanese, Utu Quine, with your car no, with the fuel and a gum. Nanam sa na bibi and come if an awko. Wouldn't be a call. Wouldn't hear map now the ako. Wouldn't hear map. So when I nam sa also was part be a hanameko, a hanameko. It is our work car no. That's the hard work now. When you map now, if an awko. But we share movie brain map. We don't have the blueprint. All we are doing is just we say, hey, obey here juma ding. And so be that. We see smart work multiplies effort. Building wealth, it means that you have to know the place and time, energy, resources. Also, signing when you come together. Yeah, say, sorry, gigi no kwa. Now you will be able to say when you come to, especially like when you come to abroad first, you work hard, but after a while you have to work smart. Because I agree, true. Because oba when you maybe another tibo, but as system now we check a crown. Juma nanka first okoye 8 hours na ebi ayema $7 no. They say what me adibe ho adru ba bi afsa juma na no ma be 20. And I know akra bibi am 20. and all this no wohia sɛ hefa na mpɛ sɛ meduru $7 ɛmfa me nnuru hɔ ɛti deɛ na metumi ayɛ a ɛde mbɛkɔ hɔ no ɛnyɛ hard work no koraa. You see, plan turns hustle into progress. You was it yes, you know. So only plan they be me a hustler, a hustler. No, I was a hustler, no, be free muba. Progress ben ever. You know, it was will be a they be our hustle. No, now, okay. Let me start investing the hustle money that is coming. Let me start budgeting and see, say, okay, say na ever my account. Now if we see new skills. It will be a strategy. These are strategies are a move, not just effort. You say because you say a pesa effort. It means say black man you know, no investing, no nothing. No say me hustle. They be alcohol hustle, but send how we invest. Send how they to saving crowd. The other pan crowd. Send a womb. What is the main channel? You know,
right.
Leveraging is the key too, right? Networking. De bia me kasa asem sɛ emu bebree hɔ nom a ɔmo ayɛ ne ɔmo di fufuo na de bia pɛ sɛ ɔmo nam saa ɛyɛ sɛ yes kuromfoɔ yi no bɛwɔ sɛ wɔ network kɔ outside kakra ɛyɛ too leveraging on that side no ɛna wɔ leverage on too knowledge na the right your friend saying leveraging 10 hours into impact. These are the things that wɔ sɛ ɛtumi ɛyɛ yes. Hard work. But hard work na go be anim and one say cost hard work at the end. So yes, we have to work hard, but just working hard alone doesn't build what strategy does. And what are the strategies? You have to have a goal. You have to have the DSC when you say, dear na me where may go? Sunny money now will say bem. Me hustler or hustler, I know buy scarce and buy. Okay, me the $20. $20 in the end idea. Where didn't na? Nti ɛkyɛn sɛ akɔ hustle ba na wasa anya 20 na wasa akɔdi nyinaa ada na amfa 5 nto hɔ nti baby na afei you are not hustling anymore na saa hustling is turning into what progress. These are the things that we see to me etimi boy planning yɛwɔ car no fuel so de etimi de bi gum na map no wɛn we need that map to move on. Obi kakra fa ho ana
for baby no yeah. Okay. Hustling. Ebia obi atu kwan ye ofie baby e obi an ese hustling ne de eye. Nanso hustling na has said of Africa and it's a planning and kan ho a oni strategy a one hwe be atoto bidi. Eno nti wo hwe enye Ghana nko a enye Nigeria fo nko a ba wo hwe ye bibifo mo na especially wa kwantu bebre na eye adwuma de tua bills. And gradually in crash Ghana so bebre na adwuma no de tua bills nti obu okra otimi ko overdraft nti o hustle on planning on hyehyɛ nneɛma bia bosome ne so a no adwo akatua na de tua bills it has become a cycle. So oh yes say na eventually you die broke. And sadly ni ade bia ye hwɛ bibifo mu a is very 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 evident. Emu bebre na ya so obu o satiwe no wagya no akɔ satiwe no wagya ordinity pimpim ba bebre you put in so much of as football no or soccer say you could not park ni so anasa pitch ni so a say ujai players no bia be ni ope but the gaffer or the coach has a plan or formation now say oh obekɔ ha meaning so betimi but aha na me person obɔ ma me nye say okoye ni a ope. You want to be a defender, or be a midfielder, or be a winger, or be a forwarder, or be a goalkeeper. Ninyina be kabomu e mani be one solid plan for them to win the match. It's the same thing with us. You hustle to just survive the height. If I say players are kobo boy any coach obia the ope. But say coach which is the plan now. We will really hustle with plan. We will not just exchange our energy and then our time alone for money, but rather, na si ansori anko adwuma mpo na we will be able to pay our bills. You bet me for the maybe vacation, without thinking so much. I must me could do more than 2 years. Me bana ya den ye imedi. That is one of the reasons why we are working so hard, but a lot of Africans die broke. We are just hustling to survive, to pay the bills, and not to create any wealth.
Yes, that is the truth. That we hit it deep, papa. You see, many people are we are caught in that grind. One was hard, and yes, yeah, Juma hard, yet barely see a bit break even.
Yeah, yeah.
As a survival mood, it leaves little room for us to for vision, investment, and all that. Look, say if you are in survival mood, who need time for innovation? It also you who feel nobody is coming. No, will be an I mean, say we will hustle, I said, yeah, no. And your first idea is how, yeah, and your first, and your first, because we have most system, it rewards, the system often rewards productivity, without creating rare pathway, to prosperity, now who survival mood now. There's no way I what's hard, The be as a who need a hibia, who should any time some of the crowd at the dream ye. So I was see a team yourself when I said the mechano, will be anywhere barbecho. It has so to survive. But then I will say vision, also room for all that. No, say can't survive in Quadia, that is a hustle in Quadia, and they said that in Quana womb. It was all shifted that, end game no cry any yeah, war surviving move now, and I say hustling move now for the past 15 years, Abia, you too quite. The past 20 years, Abia, you too quite, and I say, if you cry, you take Ghana cry. End game, any day, yeah, budget it. But you need those skills, because you have skills, think you on ma. We was surviving, your friend saying, hustling mood, no. It was a bit me a change it.
Yeah,
a bit me a change it. And all this comes to also mindset too. And then I will see it me free that situation because what's that situation much do? We have been in that situation so long. Yeah, next one here, not investing. No, your friends, multiplication, no growth. If you don't put your money into something that grows like land or business, it won't multiply. These are some of the things that we can say straightforward. And so yeah, what is the channel? No investment, no multiplication, no growth. Yeah. See, money sitting idle, no. It's not like it's like a seed that as a would ya share bag be a wager to until say until it's planted, no. And I say and you can just plant and say plant it crown. I will say the right soil. So to make channel because you yes can say yeah, because we to me describe savings must say I said yeah, no. I was say called the right soil. It may was seed, me wa a baby apple, a banner, and I say me wo anka baby, na me de a bag, na me de akoto cement bisua. Anyway, it's sometimes try and even the money is there. Even the business is there. The assets, assets are there. It won't bear fruit unless they are to the right soil. Into investing. You see, savings, then it protects, but investing multiplies. That they also here, no. You may be here because one share, one say saving now when you're 100,000 at the whole inflation at channel. And yet, no one inflation, but inflation is there all the time. I know, say from 2020, pandemic, by you will be inflation as a but on average, even the United States, 4% yearly inflation on average. And imagine so we scatter why. That's the reason why time about her 10 years ago, no, now dear $100 timmy tons. It says $100 in to the same thing. No. The savings there it protects the money. Until they be a case say oh say would be towards say emergency fund and be sana. It's always good so bit me save. But if you want to multiply that money, you have to invest. One man and the why. You see, that's where compounding interest near the BEM. Just like real estate businesses or even solid long-term investments, and they create that compounding value, and they create those. Without those investments, inflation be at the back slowly we say eat away slowly gradually. Now we say savings no crowd. Yeah, who be that? Could be discard to omanfa bi anka ho. Maybe I make say, you see, when you are saving and you don't have a name for that saving, you are doing it wrong. You have to have a name for saving. That money shouldn't be saved, it should be going to investing. And at the same time, just and was here day. You invest. There was only be too much na be ba. To say the ma me papa mu no mo kire no kwasu nya sika for kakra to be ba na ade ato. You know, if you want to grow, if you want to multiply the money, yes, not saving, I will say cost. In a small consistent saving, because if you started building something, you know, long-term wealth. That is how it is. You know, what that food be audio sis kind of dona that bang and the niaji or share and the niaji no stressa. This inflation will say don't if I don't want to veer that with the scattered that one say what do to me boy this one boy there's a 20,000 that accounts in the niaji or say I don't quan on your pen no quan. I'm not I don't know grow money no. Would you cry and half. They start the opesu who see can say scan it. You see, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Untimi nka say why you juma, because you see sometimes the math doesn't work. I say obi say be am 401k na me dey billionaire. The math it won't work. It doesn't work. Enye because you limit a bit me for 401k. It's that limit no. Enti ma onye billionaire. To be so a billionaire, that means also you be extra can. The same way if you want to grow your money, savings. Now say cry you cry and I saying maybe 0.2, 0.02, 0.05. Send them out. You know, you have to do that investing. You have to multiply it, multiply and grow it. That's how it is done.
Yep. Imu bebree, abibifo bebree, and I say Ghana fo bebree na no. I say the atisem and the adwuma more. We are very reactive but not proactive. And once the yen for plan bia and to say, oh, maybe in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, no, ahana me pese midru ewa abrabom, ahana me pese midru ewa musika seimu. And until once yen sa plan we into no, yemu bebre wo ho a, once ye betwen na bibia si. Asana ye be sheda say bi keka yen ho na afa ye de niema atoto akwan mu. Woyɛ saa na team bia no wobɛka akyi ti yɛhwɛ adefo bebre na wiase asikafo no team bia no mo plane before problem comes. Team bia na so mo foresight bi say in the next 5 years bia wiase betimi aye say eno ntini ma menhyehyɛ me niema say. And team bia no say constantly they are planning ahead of time. Constantly they are planning ahead of time. But yemu bebre ho a ye dream in prim we don't really bring the future into the picture. And only ade bi a edi emu bebre nya ye nananom ye ofanom mu bi bebre na every year kray youth no crown. Some of us are making that mistake. We wouldn't plan, we would just react to the present. Obi always say, oh, unya scared di na your friend is saying fufusika obi so unya scared di, oh, fufusika incident, all those things no. So what one okay cast now do why drink this idea next when in brown also no na emre aba besinko from 20 you hit 30 udi 30 na enchi bia be 40 from 40 enchi bia be 50 until one planet and now you what you say you always be reactive one here so be it's the same thing of a be fear share imubu a mo kromon is amanoni for obu ha e bi or into stocks or abia mutual funds and I say ETFs. Once because only plans and you may come for 5 years, may come for 10 years or 15 years. Come rain or shine. Hey, yeah, Timmy Conqueror mean farming san kada. Market ni puli kakra na wakwa kotoni nyina.
On ekron.
Watoni nyina but market no reactive kakra bi so he obi onya otwen honhom bia no. I believe that they are really gaining from the market right now. Why were they able to stay? Because or the botae BS so or the plan BS to say until 5 years no. Oye me den me infa me sanka until 10 years oye me den me infa me sanka. Sani no say ye ya ɛboa emergency koraa na yɛndwen ho me wɔfa bi ka sɛ yɛka sɛ bɛrima ne nea ɔwɔ sika da hɔ ɛnyɛ bɛrima ne sɛ asɛm asi no afei na wɔkɔ akɔpɛ bosea ɔsɛ bɛrima ne nea ɔwɔ sika da hɔ na ɛsɛ kasakwan na ɔka me sɛ bɛrima ne obi a waplan ahead of time.
Yes.
Bibi si koraa mpo na ɛnyɛ afei na asɛ ɔba bɛyɛ reactive towards it. He is going to be proactive because waplan at all. Tie mu bebree no yɛnyɛ saa adeɛ no, and that is why if we don't take care, we will be working so hard, but we will die broke. Of our if we check statistics now, corporate America, yes, we nipa be 100 gyina hɔ a one three a unya obi a up to $5,000. Ofa yɛ before or $5,000 and then account to my home ɛno no kyɛ sɛ home
ne ho adwo no
ebi ni hɔ saa. Some people who have $1,000 na so need credit card so kobo besia. And that is very sad. Senior kind survival mood. Ya limited and want to survival mood niti no. Tim ya BBC na emergent na ya bema bu na ya ra all because we don't really plan for the future. Planning for the future no back will be say if you are a young guy what's so who sees so no first 100,000 ɔmfa nkɔyɛ wedding but ɔde kɔhyɛ business bi so ɔde kɔhyɛ ne nyinaa kɔhyɛ wedding no mu a now on starting business and that is your first 100,000. Now what happens? Marriage, you know, sɛ sikasɛm no ɛkɔ fam a you will react. But yɛhwɛ sikani bia no a I'm not saying this to promote infidelity, but me reading statistics no fabefi almost say it's easier for marriages to break through financial constraints than infidelity, because infidelity, you know, okay, kind statistics they're able to, you know, get back again. But say sikasema usually, you know, it go and to me some back, and we can see it. You're trying escavobi brina. We know that we are not promoting that, but it's to tell you that that people they are not being reactive. Scanning your problem, scanning at the whole. But most of them, most important thing is they plan for the future, and that is the game plan of most wealthy people 10 15 years 5 years ahead, so that you wouldn't be reactive as you see at home popo. You'll be very proactive because you know you've planned and you know you'll be able to execute your plan very well.
Because now can be say enye we no sika ya na akwa yi. You see say we financial we future planner it happen. Oh na maba crypto bi aba na me dimika. You crack a crama senya won me na me see because we financial plan. Into ni financial plan ema abrapon cry den. You know, it's like if you don't have that planner, it's like living without a plan. It's like you can say that's a sailing without a compass, right?
Yeah.
You are the mercy of the winds. It's a boy now because we be catch one out the but our financial planner wouldn't say every month be and I say it can be a touch on some it be a 75% of the money may spend it. 15% may save and I may invest it, 10% may save. And you know, Emma even crow be bana say, what the crack or show crana, who's the one funny now. It is an de piano, you're on course. And most people now more financial plan, future plan, they don't go through that process. What the catch and cry now, on will be watch because we need the oil. There are certain wealthy people apart from and yet just the money. And if you say it's kind of the foresight, she said, now can the foresight, no more anticipate, you know, no more strategize, no more prepare. Because when you say they are storm, you see, let's use infant say America for example. They say you'll be in a period of 10 years, you go through some financial BBB. BBB are there, send you CTB, send you CTB, a bad year now be. If you don't have that future, what plan is say, with any future ibiano, when I qua, dinner bay. In fact, some more no more the so-called says, I didn't the ebin see that you need didano. I no more such situation as I say Trump by dear on basis. if omo ni bibi e wo ho no ma already no man fa bibi antoto ho no ma de na omo ye eti no ya na yehu ne say ase bi wa e sika nko e we mu de no nye sika nko na set escape apart from in fact the foresight no must set clear goals, so obi na kind of say what set as a hand person na for reverse engineer so it's the steps all ko akra you see na me obi din komo na e ka bibia about say bia e kwa invest or can be na kwa invest na say sika no anywhere na o sika than 401k no beka quiz 401k no de kwa invest I'm see a good idea but the 401k no wasn't meant for that timenu yen onu adwuma now you see the first what wadua to say no na be ni tikra no to bu kran save for different investment bi wadua nya say wo because you nkofo be do no mo de 401k na yo mo emergency savings and mo de equity o mo dance ntie ya equity no mo yen say your friend say vending machine trade as we kosa enye saa na wo say ye wo so wo plan abu saa na mo nyina no ebeto de wo say to so wo ho so ya men rush men rush time no so ebeba obi say dan e koso dodo fomu as ebekọ agya no we ba because say ma bia na me ne adwuma yesi ekoto fie ka na o se ne ekoto yesi 500 or 3 sa o so no to ne fie 50,000 say o say I can't imagine say obiti ato fie at this time 500 and pa yes your time aso ekoto what did they be it was what time so abeto men ka say ekọ agya ni nyina ye plans a wonni future plan bia na de bia bo say react to the present situation na okọ emfa wo nkwesi hwe nti what say the make no say you are the mercy of the winds and I say bo na okọ said the clear goal said this is what I'm doing in the future the bia me the finance example say the friend say your paycheck and be bisa income example say even your income crown set it 75 15 10. The more 10 year for saving 15 year for investment not 75 crowd dia esa crana uni your friend is say so you sometimes you and us regret it because you say what's to be a part so we need a clear goals for this we share winning with money they understand that the long-term thinking creates short-term calm wada was no come hey down now his ceilings I won't mean that because one plan bibia instead of waiting to react imagine say what creates our future you are so we are excited nam krana no wani age because when him say why you be from 5 10 15 years and I will follow that vision those things na eba na de beba because mo hwe send nneɛma city a abrabo ekoso eba form recession ba ne sa ne ebam but what plan nneɛma yi na you stay on course when him say de wokɔ no baby a wokɔ no hɔ yɛ hɔ na bɛkɔ priorities prioritizing celebration over elevation you spend big because we dey ka una go so
prioritizing celebrations over elevation adeɛ wei deɛ sɛ topic yɛ ka wase na sɛ yɛmfa mbɛma na sɛ we didn't do justice to it sɛ yɛhwɛ typical African community yɛ Ghana for nti Ghana deɛ ne yɛbɛtumi aka ne mmɔ wohwɛ biribi te sɛ awareɛ wedding ayiyɔ and recently birthdays amanfoɔ obi tumi de ne dwetiri paa na ɛkɔyɛ saa dwumadie wei I'm telling you obi tumi de ne dwetiri na ɛkɔyɛ wedding obi tumi de ne dwetiri ɛkɔyɛ ayie sɛnea ɛbɛka so wei deɛ abɔgafoɔ ayie anaasɛ wei deɛ sikafoɔ ayie look at the current trend of sɛnea ɛyɛ ayie ɛwɔ Ghana ayie deɛ nka mehu yɛ obi awu na yɛdi awerɛhoɔ so obi wɔ sika na sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne mega celebration of life that is their level but yɛmu bi wɔ hɔ a yama adeɛ wei na ba bɛyɛ a priority even when we don't have the money wow nim sɛ osika a wogye no ohun so saa adeɛ wei na wokɔyɛ no nanso yɛma yɛnhwɛ na nipa ɛmmɔ wɔ amonti obi spend fortune on a wedding obi spend fortune of a birth maame family deɛ example sɛ ɛgya yɛtoto nneɛma na yɛsɛ yɛkɔbu sɛ adɛkɔ bi na Deko no guy be a na obi a wire wedding na bia misalutu no. Iti you go buza guy be me who deko na yame fe. Over you go buza deko say deko dem quite 120,000 Ghana cedis.
120,000 Ghana.
120,000 Ghana cedis deko na kala okay. Me na me area informa njeja. Anya me level. Anya me level
Eno just a yipe.
deko. And I'm saying there be anya me
But
level.
like you said, if you have the money,
Yes. Yeah, share and you need says can nyame anim kreni nti no yenko ho but obi opese or prioritizes our celebration over yeka elevation na elevating yourself from survival mood to a certain level you don't become reactive send na yeka or previous point but would you seek a kwhye sa nema we ma dodo na se bi momfa nche me eyeka because it's not going to generate income obi timi kwaye wedding oni sɛ obinye sika ebi si wɔ Ghana a teacher for mmienu ɔbaa ne pressure ama ne saa ma mu kɔgye loan for wedding ɔmo wie wedding na amanfo bi di ɔmo aduane ɔmo anya sika ɔbaa ne nyim yɛ a ɔwɔ yɛ no ɔfo bɛɛ fi even 500 cedis na obi tua hospital na ayɛ den 500 cedis which is about $50 here na afei ɔmo da so tua wedding ne ka all because a family catch ɔmo sɛ oh mo nyi si ɔbaa ne si nyi si bɛrima si oh yɛ nyi si so but no more endro and we forget to invest in our future. Until I'm sure that in Nigeria, Igbo for any example, 5 to 7 years, it be up to 10 years delayed gratification. Into own way, no, which means a nani more you do ni more me and your starting business na pay because our experience no. Senka sa sika omunya no mo de koyet sa niema we to say wedding akese a year akese any birthday when they don't have the money, their future will be very questionable. And it's hard any idea AD in be wedding year number one. And I recently birthday. A bit me birthday be a ordering one. Who say where are they getting the money from? Obu hawa ni say we minim na ye adwuma unim ne paycheck kra ne hu timi kyerɛw ama oba ho be diska and you ask yourself say ana when yeska ede yes ade celebrations are just temporal. When you are elevated and you nkwa be benefit you dachi uni ho kra na edina wagya to ono will work for your children. And unti let's set our priorities straight. Investment first and then liabilities later. Niema be mo nye scan dwen ho na fa no ye ade a eye number 1 well less so. Na fi ni akeka ho ti say recently some Amazon owner Jeff Bezos currently no ye mega wedding but me sure so starting Amazon no na o move millions sen ko de koye wedding we an Amazon agu Amazon agu and an nipa be brewa America will also be jobless but anyway sika na brusunti me sure say $80 million is just a drop in the ocean in the encano. And we are looking at a sika form end product, but we are not looking at the hard work, the planning, the smart investment that they did. We are always looking at the end product, especially in Africans, because we do that to fit in, and that is mispriority.
You see, send your kind look at it. We say, at least Bezos ya teninka. And this was your wedding be as until make it billions a year.
Yes.
Yeah, this was your BBS. And that is the whole thing. Set the priorities right. Who build that wealth first? Then the wealth, and you should that at the live life. And yes, and your Gucci belt, Gucci bag, Prada, D&D, ni initiate at the account, ni investment, nothing. There was time I can say, yeah, me, if I see you, you have whatever it is, machine bet or whatever, it's nice. I did for the account for me, boy.
Yeah.
I'll count it because we share tea, Prada share tea nice, but I'm not impressed because And so, what is a bit no? I'm not impressed. Buy a nice. Yes, a nice. And not just a winter talk. But set your priorities right. You see, I don't know where we're getting this from, especially Ghana for Wabuchi. Yeah, they want to level be a media if I have the money, dear, my person will enjoy.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the money, why? Why are you forcing yourself so much? And I'm to we, my see we, my you see. You see, said the AK, hey, nipa your lives, yes, 20 something, your lives who are nimeno nyaka, ye calculate here. Near near can stars nature say, say, what lives we. Emu 60%. You can see 1,000 cash mra yenya. And yamena meka. Sana numbers nature. It's why deceiving yourself. Say what was our name? And you can impress people with those things. It's gonna catch up to you. Sika beto yen semni yeni o. And no crime so make his statement no.
Yeah.
What set sa name ni na area? Then and fast one beba so no because says can beba no now they build it. What they build it. What they build it. Until after a while, no, sometimes we'll be because I was me person me trying na free mo yo now you chess way.
When you chance why?
Now you
Yeah.
chess way. Which said the chess these days because of increase in medicine research near them. Yeah, check. You need to check. Steady crunches say would 60 years. They say would be 62. The possibility so be 89 very high.
Yeah.
You want me and build the BB. How now be see live life. So you see kana yin yan buy and semansa no. Yen prioritizing a year. So what is the mission? Celebration in the encash you. Say don't can say birthdays no. Hey,
Is it almost
yeah.
this can be a share cake?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to meet ye be ye be normal this can whether
See,
cities
I have no problem with people that have the money. Now the people that are going in debt to do that, no, that's the issue. Where's are they be debt? You can never build wealth. To me, and our example now make here. You see that elevation, no, a building employment grammar for saying yasun faswo. So why this celebrating and I say your dear life now it will be we are doing so many things we cannot afford. We can't. Celebration, and as I say, I'm sorry, crying, and I tidy when I'm the call last week in Timmy Fanco this week. We were pulling up with a car beer. I know said this boy who view school new wajia na be 50 and so what that 60,000 came. Said sister or make it be 40,000 as what the 50,000 came. How can you afford that? You see, you are destroying your financial future right there and there.
Yeah.
And tells you, utisika as animal in an celebration. A beautiful, a beautiful. But consistently now, yes, I am taking priorities over long-term goals. No, it become financial trap. Financial also you are trapped in there because especially who society whereby to say ukwaye the bema na wetua na chiri na bo say nkunya kura gu dem na akwaje metua 40 TV metua 30 center table metua 20 we metua C metua we afi pay ni buy na ni na akọ all the money comes in all the money goes out. You see sometimes even just 1 week said you work on 1 week 1 weekend crowd, just 1 weekend because where the emphasis where the crowd be just weekend no. 1 weekend no of extravagance no. It can wipe out months of potential savings or investment capital. Just 1 weekend. You have the money, spend it. That is fine. But if you don't, you see, you can't be spending all this money about only investment, about only stocks. We need those things in that. You cannot do that. The entire year. I'm for Beji Hey, but we are one abisu, one abisu. Hey, the Baba Yama. The Baby do say, the Baby do say, to. Now we are on. So it's about time I was taking your priorities, your set of priorities right. because yanya sa de bia no na quite sa. And yes, you are giving up joy. It's fine. It's about rebalancing. You see, sometimes there are so many things how you can do. Yes, you be replacing your bebree. But parties akɛseɛ. Just in the entire day. Yeah, usually, me, if I'm talking now, most of the time, no, I'm talking from experience. I've gone through that process before. I'm what me change no, saa nneɛma no nyinaa no aboa. Nneɛma change. You'll be free and free. That's why you're free. You have the money, you do it. If you don't have it, but before even you have the money crowd to do it, that means what's setting your money now up. Just say, I say, I say, your worth is 2 million. Wakoto 20,000 car, nejatum. I mean, I had dream the answer and yeah, and count. Yes, that's how it has to be. It is all torn near my old year parties, and ye be a waiting now, better 300,000. No, you pay 50,000 at the party. No, yes, I want to build the world that. Want me build the world that. And a YOLO for no. You only live once. You only live once. Aye, yeah, better. You let them kind now. Niche and I'll be home. To be a baby, yeah, because your friends in you are crying, you hear. Next one, lack of proper financial education. Lack of proper financial education. Because me do ma me kwaba. Ma me fa way. We pass on problems. Debt, not solutions and system. If your kids only inherit your struggles and not your money plan, they will also struggle. It becomes a cycle. See, they will say, if they inherit your struggles and not your money plans, one can say even not your money, or say money plans. It's sika na bi obija no nko akra. I was a plan a womb. You see, in papa bi otena as your friend of transport. Well, cool. It's because of the money plan intino. Still, a near so financially, near so because of the plan. In this kind of one, but plan as well. In my kwabi otena as your friend of nurses. Well, cool. And so nana yinya wono owu ye na say yeah what line so bi anu ha na ya wono and so nana yinya wono no fees cry ye twa enti wo yeah was what the plan so count you see all the time ya di nyina ye I say ye man ye nketenkete ye dream and bro ye generation aso you see ye dream bro sa de no so but that is idea what see ye problems there be kakra na yetimi build the kra no ya sa de akwakoji loan credit agye yan san teach mu akyerɛ nkora no yɛsa akɔɛ no sɛ yɛ de agye kora boro so ama ɛdan no kora hɔ yɛbɛfa ama yɛyɛ mistake kora hɔ yɛsa yɛbɛkɔ akɔtua sika no to deɛ mekyerɛ no ɛni sɛ ɛyɛ saa ɛni sɛ yɛ passing on problems you see without passing down financial literacy no and our systems and general your friends saying say generational strategies I be one man just a bit more quite because even apart from that, you see, steady crash. Say most of the time within a period of 10 years, no generational amount for inherited something no, within a period of 10 years, about 70% is wiped out completely. A call the John Bay 100 million, but bear if I say 7 years, in the end, a decade crowd was a 70% a call. Debt. Rather than say bigger assets, na say knowledge no, yeah, the can eja home. Kakra na etimi sa ye no, esa aye. Everyone say oh, baby is America there. Papa can timi nya woka. Ne mu medan no di jaw no, ye be fa akọ. What did you try no? I don't know what say sir. O say start to say a tre nkora no, saving, investing, budgeting. As powerful as sa nneɛma no ɛboa ɛna yɛ mu kakra koraa na yɛtumi ayɛ bibi no bide biara kɔsi meka saa asɛm sɛ woli yɛ coward ɛna abɛyɛ will a wonka nkyerɛ wo ma anaasɛ wonkyerɛkyerɛ na wɔkɔ no agya ntɔkwa asi akyire ma ɔmonte aseɛ ɛsei saa nneɛma no yɛfirim atwam kyerɛ deɛ nti a mede ma kwasi na mamfa ma baafi because menim sɛ woyɛ drug yɛgyaa ma wo a kyɛ sɛ I'm just gonna kill you because wobɛyi so sika de ayɛ drug na mmom wotumi change your life a yɛbɛchange nansa na yɛbɛwu ayɛwo ɛno kora tumi boa nkurɔfoɔ ma mu firi mu there should be so many things you see yɛ limit yɛ ho dodo ɛne sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ perfect o but about sɛ wo start saa conversation no wo build a system wo create legacy legacy minded thinking wotrɛ ɔmo so aba no mo bɛtoa so na ɔmo kɔ you see sɛ yɛfa nsɛ sɛ obi start 24 years na 25 years na sɛ wawie school na ɔka sɛ wɔde $500 every month to hɔ by the time on retire 65 that person so you invest in a year na yɛ 10% rate that person when you cry no be 1.4 deɛ obɛnya kwasi so nya 1.4 no be most people yes no they don't really depend on that money because ɔmo toto ɔmo nneɛma yie that money no ebetumi atoɔ na ɔde agya n'akyire mu a ɔmo so bɛyɛ saa na multiply saa sika no yɛdidi ho yɛni saa sika no nkɔ yɛsi saa nneɛma nyinaa yɛndwe ho yɛyɛ 401k na te sɛ deɛ meka ayɛ sɛ machine ni akɔtwe nti yɛnya time koraa na ɛtumi abuild it through saa yɛn starting build that framework.
Right.
We see what if people they usually pass on those frameworks, business models, property, financial tools. Sani man na bibia. You see, bibia betin you kwasi. But you say I said one na come so be am say legend na ka say amanfo ntia say I say ade na esi so na wɔtɔn no investment o. Ofi say the odi akwa bank for no kwa na investment. So to the moment you beka investment pay na ofi say the esi ne ti no so nko you see enye saa na wo say ba you betimi ayi those things ni nyina whereby say you pass down knowledge e bi kwa nyiska na wo kra na utimi de omudru stage bi na yede na free ho me kai me call no long ago na me call my older brother na neba a graduate in your no make his statement it was very profound and very powerful. I say in Krana mostly Ghanaian children it was more of as immigrants near there. No, see, I'm telling you this. You have to understand, say, yes, your mama go school. But remember, school. We work so hard, we clean, right? We scrubbed. Driving. We did so many things for you guys to get there. But for some more school in Chese, I was almost more back number cleaning. Ownership, move for business and too many so. Let's more the next step. Now, it doesn't matter say why you medicine, doesn't matter so why you be dear why you now. Now, banal say be chia cat say the mama papa be struggling near to mukana. Next mama a brand a boy na bibia. It was very powerful and profound. Was yes, munko si munko yejuma, but mama ownership, and be businesses. See you. This is a penny or can be chain and master. This is ye nisani amano. And once you be not school no. These are some things I will see pass down. So the problems no I will see jai debt. This animal no I will see jai. Say ye nye omoshia debt dear Mr. Mo ye nyi free almost. Ye nyi free also. Ni na ye say betimi a kyerɛ mo nneɛma papa so. Enye sika no kwa so education no eye. O bi kan ha na say yanko next one.
Yeah, for where aka ide idea na ownership no. Ownership is power. Yeah, ownership is power. We are say Osha Omwa CB Walmart, major grocery retail powerful family. Papa na wuko but in a man obiye didi hu. Yehwe store bi ti say Abia Trader Joe's or Oko Ghana, Poku Transport, Poku Trading, OA Travel and Tour. All these big companies. Here papa despite sebi ofiri mu krampo na menye sure so de ka bi jane ma o de yedi ana me sure so say or they be an training man idea or yeah, I'm an idea. So they will inherit it, and then wealth will become a cycle in their family. And that is why I say your poor families not a team will be a poor a part of the sign we are a car and the mom, the problems the mom, your mom in the system a be your free on here no more and your marco ye demo. See, our especially any guardians near your family, near aunties mono. Yesua deɛ na sɛ ɛboa yɛn a, I believe we should pass it on to nkwaraa no at a very young age. Sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ ɔmo nso nyi a ɔmo nso ntwe mfiri ɛnde na ama abɛyɛ a wɔn to. If there is a cycle that you want to continue, it should be a cycle of wealth. If it's a cycle that you want to break in your life, it should be the cycle of poverty.
Yeah. Fear stop us from. Me fa enko back enko way so.
Back on. Okay. Wow. Lack of
idea no share last because is the whole thing is about that. You no share last. No share last. Okay. So fear of stopping us from moving forward. You want to go now? You want me to go?
Oh, for beat me. I'm saying
okay, good. Yes. So you see. Yeah, go back to say maybe to say the investing. See, fear stop us from moving forward. Many are afraid to start something like a small business, an investment, so they do nothing and are stuck working forever with no wealth path. They said they're American. See, we are so scared. Say, you see who's this scandal on home. Hey, you need now be our ideas, baby. And just to start, usuru na mekɔ business na yɛde nkra no sɛ nye suru no kra sɛ bia usuru si yɛbɛsere no because the business na anye yɛ sɛ business na anye yɛ yɛbɛsere no hwɛ usuru sɛ business no anye yɛ yɛbɛsere no. You see, the fear is the silent of and I said the silent thief of potential. Because a man always say I didn't know him. That's a doubt. A magnified risk. So what I say. And it convinces people to choose comfort over growth. Because we yeah, omo start bibi I do mu do bibi nyina no a risk no mu take here. Escafo no o invest in a risk o. E do person odi a part of it. Baby one ma ehuna hye ma. You see, what doesn't come from staying safe. It comes from stepping up. Yeah. Because you say as a PC it stays safe. It stays safe. It's not say in play as a who play is safe. Yeah, who's a steady trade be breach say people that play stay safe no. They lose. They lose because 10,000 now who play safe, now they are caught your friend is saying with the work cost across the CD na meto. My friend is certificate of depression. Near amount 2%. What is the yeah. But we take a calculated risk. A dinner sad we are for maybe 100 years. I yes sad enough for one. To with me, I yes anyone. You see, most successful people weren't like certain. No, almost courageous. I say, yeah, I do that. No. You have to be courageous. Making mistakes in the way they may happen. Hey, but send you see can legends sarcasm way was tambo na teach every risk na build resilience. So what is your major? It will say gradually now get there. So if you really want to build wealth, fear no circle. Because fear will never like fully go away. Now fear crowns sometimes cry fear sometimes because it me boama go extreme. Say ade be away. But sometimes the air and the air too much. I say the wash too much.
I crippled.
Fear. It will never go away, but it can be outpaced, by purpose. And I say knowledge. Because the most fear is there because we don't have the knowledge. We don't know. You see, knowing makes you fear, right? Knowing. So knowledge, you need the knowledge, strategy. Now we say be helpful. We step by step, we say what started breaking that cycle, silently. Fear there is the silent thief of potential. That's what I would say. It wipes doubt. We become for one.
For every adibo he no krenaya ne kane ye din. Se ye peyidie pa yemfa nhye etrim say at some point in our life ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdi nkukuo ana ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde hyɛ yɛtirim sɛ yɛbɛtake a risk. If you want real wealth, have it at the back of your mind that at some point you will fail and you will fail miserably. And then number two, you have to take risk. And yes, I did free ni idioboa because you have to fail. And for the past consecutive videos, as I may hate you on starting early. Some more don't know na Igbo phone use no 5, 7, 10 years in brand. Who be a woman and say free apprenticeship no only ni okoye. So the possibility of succeeding is very high. But you should say, I say, me faili, but one failing so you want to be a businessman. It doesn't work that way. Elon Musk, space a year or be blue sand so to me year back where pick here. You know the amount of money I wasn't, but one win will make you forget all the losses.
Mm-hmm.
One win will make you forget all the losses. Nti yɛmfa hyɛ ti sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛpɛyidie paa deɛ a yɛbɛdi nkuku ana afei nso yɛsika no nso ebi bɛhye, and it's a process that we have to go through. Nti ɛma yɛ nsoro mi wɔ ha ɔfa bɛyɛ fi na mi ntɔn adeɛ da baasi ma tɔn nneɛma a mi nso mi ba bɛtɔn because sika ne da hɔ a.
That's right.
Inflation bɛka na ɛbɛhye. Yeah, ɛbɛhye. Nti mi kɔtɔn koraa na sɛ sika na mi de hyɛ mu na mi nya ne back a, it's fine. Say $1, one CD profit na mi nya, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned something. Next time me come mo me hu nea ɛsɛ me fa, nea ɛsɛ me te so, nea ɛsɛ me fa koraa. But if I don't start, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. The wealth there, it doesn't come from staying safe. So if you're staying safe there and you worry, it comes from stepping out. Yes. Yeah. So I yes idea and yeah, asamato. Yeah, safe no. Yeah, tiabre. Next one. Yeah. If your money doesn't continue, all right. With the immune what for last one? Yeah. You see, if your money doesn't continue after you die, you worked only to survive. Real wealth continues after you are gone. That is how you know you did just work. You built something. You may bro out say can hey ni mobi wawuko so still ni sika no o ma yen wo mo ne nananom ne ade yen wo mo kra no if is your wi. See the legacy level, wisdom, the right there. Just say if your money doesn't move beyond wow lifespan there, there's a semo true business investment. In time yes and say we'll build it trust near because sometimes yes anyway about say environment here we see those things near time I can't trust those things na same. But we see you build the family system, financial system here. Tell me, I say blueprint, because yes, our surviving mood. I say the piano, yes, survival. Survival, so innovation, because the piano survival. But when your time I quite dream sign, but it's about time I start to see, start to BBC, start to say, you need to wealth, your friends saying, generational wealth, not just personal, passive income. Those things, BBB and education. I was say, Massa, Yaman by Aquemo. ɛnyɛ the bag na yɛbɛkɔ akɔtɔ no bag no wu a nka hwee ba biribi bia wo bag build at least wo 401k bia build yɛ da hɔ no ɛbɛtumi aboa koraa no so te aseɛ ɛna wɔn nim paa wɔnim sɛ as all build wealth ne nyinaa no anything can happen nti wobɛtumi ato dan life insurance bɛtumi aboa saa nneɛma no nyinaa yɛnhwɛ ɛwɔ so wɔ sika da obi bɛtumi asi oni hɔ no ma ɛbɛtumi aboa nti oni hɔ koraa na saa generational thing is still there. You know, it's all about building building systems that sustain, not just income, because income expires. Bẹ́ẹ̀ expire income ni deɛ wonni hɔ a na wonni hɔ no ɛdeɛ system koraa na wabuild a ɛtumi boɔ mu ɔma adi 10 panyin adi 10 deɛ wɔm adi 6 na sisi a biribi nsa ɛmfa saa ama wode bi a 200,000 ɛbɛ fie every na wode hwɛ wo family na sisi wafiri mu a ɛhefa na ɔmokɔfa sɛ sika no ade ɛbɛtumi de ahwɛ wɔn wei koraa deɛ ɛnya nkɔɔ deep wei deɛ ɛhɛ yi a na ebi koraa biribi si ya ba obi wɔ no ɔbuild saa nneɛma nyinaa in place nti ɔkɔ nya no ɔbuild that thing no ɔkɔ nya no ɔbuild na ɛkɔ ne nyinaa yɛ saa blueprint no yani you need saa foresight no you see starting small say the kind it doesn't mean say thinking small you say I'm not focused no you're thinking small you think big but you start small you bet me aka o de hwe ho wa hwe ho say right now say me free mu a me ni hɔ a sika meja wachiri ana knowledge a me de agya wachiri kra no say na betimi survive my nkrofo mo meja ho wachiri no say ntimi survive wo mo kra 1 year na me say ya anya ade we have to find a way and do more and also what I continue from maybe a be drew no we have to build something scanning here by building also no knowledge no and also here more because and on a premium.
Yep. Of every metro challenge me my chief when they say imu hwan na otie yan ogidi sese dachi oni ho a adwuma a oyɛ obi adwuma a yafa no yɛ employee on so no ni ho yɛ yi na di ɔgye adwuma no kɔ retirement na na sabi wawu mpo a oba betimi a inherit saa adwuma no and then imu do sen na yɛ degree kuta whether PhD masters high school diploma bachelors sɛ dachi wawu a imu do sen na yɛ ma ebetimi inherit certificate no it's absolutely impossible untimi inherit because idea wo na wo de wa ho ne na wanya and it kind Proverbs 13:22 and when I entire can once must say a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. We are talking about generations upon generations upon generations. And whether we like it or not, we are saying it operates on systems, and every system has a principle or protocol that you have to follow. And until na tembia ni mubebre of above and then once and answer my edin kakra. The time my edin is a topic in mission because me sha you mubebre if we Ghana baha for once oba ni oba be so no. There is 90% certainty that nyobe catro and no obejedi. It is a one shame before Frank and one now the society won't say obo oba baby your question say warehouse adwuma no ya. Okra wo ya wa doing so person go up more than your ye na one hwe an ani bebro. And yes an ani bro no ni say no ye na ne ye. Inti won so ye na bebo but that is not always the case.
Yeah, the unim na betre.
Yes. On only system our creating no. But then you have to realize that your system shouldn't be tied to obi small opinion of what the world is. Systems and principles, systems thinking, process thinking. Shishi bibi too or me the Walmart example. Me the yem papa or sekwa me despite I example. O de opoku transport I example. Ene opoku transport ni penifon bibro ha ebu o muni ho but business no air run because some of the model be say sika ne nko a kasa scan den ka by now ahye. If it were only money by now kasa scan ahye, but me GDA say a system bi a mo ahye to ho a the system is working. And until na say oni ho krampo na I say blueprint you see there and the blueprint architectural and as structural designs no. So for baby only now the ja oba vesting krampo a because blueprint in down obetimi aye because blueprint need that ho hweso na fa ye e da ho vest no a onana betimi aba befa ono so behwe so or the beye the same thing na generation upon generation upon generation. Anything Andrew na make us say don't focus on money, which is it money is just the tool, but focus on the system, focus on the process, focus on building that pathway na eno no wa adwini mu. And it is eno no enya setting it will attract money. We share Walmart onu hu say okay amanfo ko baby bebre ko to tonya ade ntina yen create bi bi o community no ma nyamo peni nyina no mo benya ho a system no create here. It's the same thing. O share yen papa despite who say Milo na ne boy dem pa okay ade na yen fa product bimba marketer eno no milk o mu dada sugar o mu dada nya ohia ye o nsi o hie system into a creative bibia to ne management say okay look at the demand of the people but also pay attention to what majority of the people can afford. A system na wa create one first can assure musem or they are dream bi na to omutrim. And so oni hokra na sa dream na no in no they will be able to see opportunity with their mind, not their eyes. I'll end there. See opportunities with your eyes, with your mind, not your eyes, and say in a system. And that is one secret that esikafo bebre no omo ye omuni ho a wo se no ma pass on that knowledge na momoma esikafo be koso anya sika here ni when share the fofra the poverty change continues.
Just say the okay na we share the okay na we share they set you apart from sika for any omomu sika na any the money no is the vision no almost set you no who yen say said the okay na I don't know for be a combination of sani money na amra carbon because beka ko to milo how to we what aye ni na ohia ohwe unsu hia na de agum see that vision no ene mu bebre ya yentimi nya saade no that vision no em say yeah share the core of and I'm of beka say be one kasa me the link network or so obaso yeah and until yeah last one here financial education no and I know say you have a lot to say.
Yep, financial education. We know the core of and topic, The reason why most people will die broke despite working hard, a lack of proper financial education. Now say a patch say our financial education be, but eno no nye papa. Eno no emwa. Enti emu bebre na no ebe sika whether we like it or not. Money, sika, any acquire first year my idea ye chere. School enchero. Ebi a papa enchero. Ebi a mami enchero. But one kasa without money knowledge, you will always be left behind. And so then ya DBS so one kasa all this shoot me say me kasa me hwehwe san nim de no. Yimu bebre me de me ho be example. Yenye sika no na yenim ade krampo ye friend budgeting. Ubuza say how much do I make a month? At that time na minim. How much do I spend a month? Na minim. The here say sika na by back na wadi. You don't have any budgeting. You don't have any expenses of a bed for a budgeting app. Okowa obetimi edia plan or budget. All these things no. Yan chiro square say one kasa. Odi show trim say semanya obia enye mame. Lack of proper financial education. Ebi ni say of a bed will be adwuma. The chroma me the chroma example. Or ye adwuma fresh out of college. Ebi anka no na for mo share apartment and mo be okay for be 2-3 years and to see bia mo bia ware. What happens? Yen share your crofon. We adwuma onye adwuma na first thing. Opeso okoto BMW. Also that uncle Fred bi. O say ne papa na uncle scarce omo ye young no betimi ato Mercedes. Yen cars will be auto Mercedes, but auto Mercedes, I think around his 60s. And that time he had a lot because he had a lot of assets. Auto crampa and Canada. That is proper financial education. Proper financial education is when you can afford Mercedes Benz, but you buy a Toyota Corolla. When you can afford a BMW, but then you buy a Honda Civic. And on say, and here, that is proper financial education. You are leveraging what you have. Oshe yen papa to say Jeff Bezos. No chi Honda Civic, chi for several years, and they all yacht, and they all not a private jet. Or nearma kese. That is proper financial education. Sad and yan train or business school, yan train or college, or your one at Nasicia, and I see be an papa and pass on that information too. So without money knowledge, you will go broke.
Nice.
Typical example, budgeting. Budget usika now who baby usika ne kwa ubeka si abom nsem tokro. No, it's because you are not budgeting. Ubeka so feel for NAL. And of once nobody questions God when they are doing well in life.
Why?
Nobody questions God when they are doing well in life. And the reason why you are not questioning him is because you when you're in the mama. Na say unim nim die na say niema nko ya afi na o question nyame. Say ade na me nko ade nyankopon bo mi say no. Nyame mbo ohia ni. Nyame ambo yen say yemfa ehia enko wum. Obo ye say ye bedi ye. Na ni yedie ni nyina ne say wo be pre ahwehwe sikasem hu nim die bi ana ye wo hanu say no. Unye sika unye ne basa. Me di we betwa to ama ye young people no. Say ya ma ye ni anda ho na etie ni anafofo kan. Ebeye mistakes bi a one hwe a yentimi revert back to make the corrections. Ebi ni say young guy a wesi so bo brani endu baby about opeso de akesesem ene hya ase. Uni sika no opeso de akesesem ene hya ase. A lot of us may be having student loans but obeko vacation akese of obe fimishia no yedin cause kankam. So we know what sikano kakra. Why don't you clear this away? Me car minya issue. I could have gone in for maybe a Tesla, not Tesla damakuma super. Maybe I can meet me at twice kakra. But imagine me tuana a month. Me say it just doesn't make sense. Ebia meet me at twice finance, but me wouldn't say nyansa nimusa because it's not a need. I just want it. I went for a different alternative. And no mitimi tua free ho. But at the end of the day, but no say me ye frugal with my spending and I say me ye stingy. It's because of a certain financial education. Proper financial education is when you can afford a Mercedes, but you start with a Toyota Corolla. Yembo bi otwi Corolla enimtia. I'm just speaking in parables. To both of an Browns, no, me up build the wealth to a certain level. Bones after Mercedes now pen obeto. Bones a BMW now open obeto. And kakran, and all these things, Mr. Benda books be pre of a bed videos be brave. My videos ni kakra or you Facebook. All these things you need to put in the effort and decide that I will learn. Send me and Casano. Mission to university or high school, even middle school or GHS or secondary school, starting next year. Nafa niema ye kan wa han me say ne ebeboa no fire adwuma, and one day you realize that asem na kan many of abefi kan no me di ye adwuma no so ampa ma hu nsachiraye kese my brabo.
You see, Tesla no beto auto so abitia. I beto na auto so abitia cash in there for
metia me next me talk be my metia ne cash.
Yeah,
I'm not bragging, metia ne cash.
Yeah. See, you see, financial literacy isn't just nice to have. We had this economy near a woman, and now we are seeing it is a surviving gear in today's economy. You like it or not, we here. You see, a movie where you try. You use money, like I said, try and error. You know, it is an emotion, finance, and as you sika, is in the hard way. Because remember, you're in sika school. Hey, a quiet fast pace can enter school. You know, fear so dear, meaning you are passing scanner. We scanner ba we say or done any say no this cannot can be a taboo, you know. And now what share in general ankasano society ankasano we really prioritize teaching it. Yen teaches kasa risk na sa man for start to say be teaches kakra ne adesa no. And tesa you see when we share education system ni nyina na akoye ye kire uwia no akopɛ adwuma. You see by amafo fi sɛ ɛnyɛ wie school ne ɛkɔpɛ adwuma a ne ɛnyɛ sika no a na asɛ no ano yɛayi dabi nyɛ saa ne teɛ sɛ sika no ɛbadeɛ na wode yɛ na if you don't have knowledge financial knowledge wobɛyi so sɛ sika no for nothing kyɛ sɛ all the money comes in all the money go out because if you don't know that's when you buy stuff you cannot afford based on your qualification. Or a medical doctor 300,000 now just 300,000 not spending 400,000 where is the money? It is we don't lend money. But okay, number one. You cried say one of the guys say, see, say government or no yes, because will be what's the channel? But say we are seeing it's social financially, very few people are winning with money. Very few people. I'm not saying say yes, you make the money, all right. But when you tell them to show you the money, they have nothing.
Yeah.
They have nothing. You know, surprisingly, these folks now are making a lot of money. Almost crying in this cow. Hey, when it comes to say America, as a middle class force, upper middle class, they make money, but they have nothing. Why? Because they spend it all, and even some. Into society, be we spending all now. Some now, let's have a credit card. Acquire some now. Let's ask them to. Into you need a two no. Most of a shenekon. And if you file bankruptcy, you see, financial education. They said they're kind of proper. Not just the financial education, the proper one. That means there are some there, and a binidi you better say Hana. Yes, we will credit because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Oh, I don't know what to buno koto. Now we have 500. It's the average car payment for a new car is about $750. $750. Student loan, Mayo. You know, average in student loan will be about 500. Mortgage. It even if you make the money, all the money comes in, all the money goes out. Until you're being saved. I've seen so many people, they are making a lot of money. Almost we school 10 years ago. To fee 500. Now, if you 500, no, or the cabia still bear 480. The student loan and push it up. Vacations, I can see this animal. But if you have the financial knowledge, I was a sunny money now, and you be first. But try say you are saving first, you are investing first, and sana sunny money now, but also. By any sir, anytime it will be when I say time na near. Sika bi bebe bia ne ahwe. Sika bi bebe bia ne ahwe. Saa ne eko. I remember say me guy wa kudi nkomo na yehwe ne finances yehwe ne one saa to say sika no ojiska pa. And I'm so we broke. Ko obo me kra. What do you mean I'm broke? What do you mean I'm broke? I make such a lot. And I'm saying, yeah, but and I'm saying, okay, so show me the money. What's no economics? No, show me the money. You see, poor, broke, difference. Broke means you have the means, it's coming. But when you say here, and I say you can, but poor need different. Poor the other chain. They say be our means no crowd to say I think also what the money is coming, you are broke, but you don't have anything to show off. Say you are making this such an amount. And that's a routine you move you go through sudden. You make a lot of money, but we don't have anything. unless you have the proper financial education. As I misuse ni nyina. You see, na baby a person could be a bit draw when it comes to finance. Sika will make it, na mu make it more. Na say we proper financial education. I will be drew wager. We making 100,000. Na mo pay. You person you drew 1 million. No be making 100,000. We'll be making 50,000. Wow, we making 100,000. Who proper financial education now? You're near me. We be drew wager. They will not make it 15 because they will make it more. That's it. Apart from that, no just we different change because we are making proper financial difference saying. Niama no the 50 no crash that so make more ba pound ho because if you are spending all outside be too swa no spend bia or make sure so will jebia but all of a sudden no make more or no let me invest so many things. So proper financial education is key, and that is what especially our community we lack that thing. Send you kind obi anchero just a wow na is so funny say ebi obi wala nso otios ofi say nye no ye usua no eti fa aba we die ye na mu na usua no saa nyama nketenkete na ohu na asa agro asa o call lines no eno na wo di usua no enti anything na time wabe encounter bibi saa no funny serious eno na ye na wo go back na wo ball na wo tie na wo hu se ne wo se wo yisi ye wa just adia enye obeka achiri. If you don't have that financial education, the proper one now, always obeka achiri. Because he say, mommy.
Oh,
Mommy,
yeah.
Oh, mute, mommy. What to make us? Hello. Until Casa.
I think so. I muted.
Mommy, until Casantino. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. That's it.
Offer the moti on.
I feel it.
Oh, okay, you. Me that say.
Yo.
Kosi anka o kasa ide me babo yi wo ho na wuti onti mpo anyways wo ka o enko na so nti no that's okay eno ya no da onti na ka che ne se wanye na dwen si obetua ne wo sap awie na ansa na wotu ifi ha kwa o kono koye ne ho yi a ono na ne ho bekere no onti mi ensevu enye yi the father say ofuzo wo ye adwuma no maka bia a kire no uti afa sisi de baby madu no o kasi me my bias na I was able to pay for me bagel man at that time na me nim sika no mu inti no yeah I did the best no so na anyway
Utia again fees but no dey want ya.
I
and why bias aba.
Since that time no na me nim kura nka bantua kura ni me nim akire me nipa bi na chen so wo de tua obi a se ne ka nye nka me nim si nka me diska na ko ye bibi ofi anyways no ya no da if I say mama kan nyina ma tie ni nyina na ma form abapa especially no quarry fear stop us from moving forward. And I can say me couldn't decline. You say my money do baby I na one for say 1 year my money intino a money kasa and tiasia and my papa. And the man de wa be na sisi na amama hu baby am gina sisi. Intino me so no me try my best say me ye niema me ho enchire me. In terms of Mr. Buffy, me no kasa about your friend saying, say me per se, me investment. Me research kakra hwehwe na me call me back na me tax free service Canada the tax free service account. Me call hwehwe me research where yi mu amahu kakra na me call me bank and na me say this is what I want to do. My GIC ni other one be my locking for 2 years. Nina through teachings here, menya free muhoi and Mr. Comrade Akuhoi and a mama who na de bia me kasi me dan nyame asese one way or the other no me be pie my friend fi anka maybe me nya that opportunity no enhwe sani mo like mu nyina na again adeɛ baako a ya na ɛkyerɛ me sisi ya ne se me kunu a very very stubborn guy sometimes only ye nneɛma bi a or ase even nansen kura me tietie yi a me pese ontie bi na se ne be ya or be hu se no ono so betutu no ne nneɛma fa kese eno kura de out na me ka ninti a me ka we no wa mess up wa mess up mortgage yi kakra baso no ono de yi no bitcoin or de koye eno so no just a whole lot. Nti I must say no your friend say me di nneɛma bebree akɔtoto nneɛma bebree so a nti sɛ sika bi ne wa betimi aba ne nsɛm.
Hey, what is gonna be reserve?
Oh yes, I have to. My yes bedu actually no na kyerɛ sɛ ɛna me so me plan say me eventually no metimi akɔ settle fie kakra. Na me question is say nti when say nye too late dear nti no do say me person me invest say me sika na aka on nke say nyame chaadom me hunu nyansa ntem save sika go bi even though me spend days can be bre na me kan wunim de o niam bi ho a na kosi wo kan bibi won a yebeto o ha no na me wo for na di kan me wo anka o ha me oba 1970 in those days yebeto o niam no na ye nyina ye party and even though they were working on ye niam sane ye ni ehia Christmas ni akoye sa throughout the whole year no says anti sika da ho pa de nipa nhye dam for bi anto na me na one point na me hu si no me mpese me nyi a me ba abrewa wo krum ha nti I started saving and putting the money somewhere na me de koye tax free ayi no na me ya na me pese me bisa ne say it is ya ma start years investment metimi aye say me ho ehiha me na me wo sika metimi aye more than the my so far my 2 nti question na mpese mbisa no
em say Canada mo system ni different kakra
ba system ni different yes
in two case why you two are mentiase say
so your friends say me mutual funds na me GIC.
Oh, and 2%. Yeah, we say when it comes to investing, especially when it comes to that side investing,
right.
You have different ones.
Right.
You to say mutual fund a different yen and be a dividend one.
Yes.
And I would say different companies. And
yes.
I say the fund, different fund. It's usually we shed the command. We should be on my say me pay growth say shares now be out there ton. Shares na
cost room.
Yes. It be also a dividend. Dividend means every month and every 3 months. No, they will put something in your bank account. So I know usually say call retirement na quite as but usually no. So when you're in retirement, you need that money now. That money now that will come to your friends and bank account. That's how much you can. No one wants that to subium. Let's say increase now. So the big can also start here. Unless any would start to be with millions, and now that month may be me a song for the whole year. No.
Okay.
If I was static maybe be about 20,000 start be every month be maybe 500 account home. It's that 3 months be the bebano. Na sa de akwa kuguso. Sa anti after a while would be guso no so they can home. Let's say compound it. Sa anti after baby no. Maybe a year need me more money. So
yeah.
Investing there and found why me no MES. I bet you can always do more.
Okay.
Say the work crown. Say be a kakra or no. More use into being one to say also more any brain now invest those things no more.
Yes.
And I will say open so coffee no so no. No so here. Udra will be the other two no hono so no. Into ye now share. Dear now bet me I fear so I bet me abwa.
Right.
Bet me away. Yeah, I'm say a guy back where last Wednesday a friend saying Da Costa I'm saying because I want to say we teach about poultry farming and those things. Yeah. I'm saying the baby cry. Never say a class cry. Especially woman and then I'm person yeah.
Me into snail farming and I mean a chance into Miss Albenda ko na minya wa Mr. Afovi Francis Afovi bi or environmental something into me kasai and why church name no sending the videos be a why into ya me be sending questions in Monday no why and only bibia me person me chese no enye chese is something that say base me kofia and only bibia met me I'm saving even towards that one so me try say me save me because only yes na on a year only or charge you on and only bibia me interest now in fact me do fear dia nyame boana me nyanru ho de akakakra come a couple of years be but I'm planning in fact na titili ukasa na nani nsɛm no na ɔka no nyinaa no
Atitili starts to kasa we say everybody just said we need Atitili's number we need
nti akyerɛ me friend na mene ne kasa it was so interesting na nsɛm no na ɔka no nyinaa so no ɛyɛ nokware me part deɛ na ɛyɛ nokware ma me nti no na mebisa no slowly sɛ na ɔno so tumi ɛyɛ afei finally watumi sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ fie no nti no migusu meso menene be dinkita ho na ma nti na me de kakra me pese me yi no na mmom no sisi de me toaso a mo video so ne yi ni nyina e ba no misua ni nyina metietie ne ma ne bebre if na ka minimum ade we long time ago but de nyame ye bia ye at least kakra we ni kura no ne aka chire no me bo ho ban say it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, never say never. Never say never.
Yes.
And I will look into the partnership. No, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Friends say patriotic. Nisa, ubitim do one share anyway. A match, so any match be
okay.
Any cattle. Now there's another one. There are so many of them. I do. I'll be do one shim kakra.
But yes, send you mommy.
No, me send
o send mommy me metumi ahwehwe na fe ma contact on so na ma nya more information. Nti we mommy I would appreciate that.
And also no say the okano. When say hano your system no we invest in this animal and make sure so we do say the okano tax free no take advantage of all the tax free first and some why something different.
Yes.
Yeah. All the tax free first no because since I had the tax in the way the burial you know.
Okay. You had the tax free savings in here. Okay. They give you up to I think say 8,000
every year. And the same yeah na say wrote na 8,000 and so
okay.
more than 58,005 this year and
okay.
yeah and tax free need this will be amount could be on my economy also on
money also yeah yo to me that's it
that's it na can I see be wa person kasa wo question bi wo yi a obetimi aba yeah because any obi anya my history last one ballot no na
okay yeah and that history no na you share Nigerian Igbo for usually or more southeastern part of Nigeria no no more apprenticeship system be a normal practice so history even say they were practicing it as early as 1800s more but between Nigerian Civil War 1950s more na idea or more and Nyanom Yen say Akrebi did 13 to about 18 years. Bones na yedna ko penny bi ho okro kese mu. Mo yom se yedne kuma oga bi no akwa akosua adwuma won nti okọ penny ni ho a obesua ade won ho for 5 to 7 years and sometimes even 10 years. Nti onwe no about 20 years, e be 25 years. Nti so we are master no embema no witri ebu on so obema no niema the best start business na so obu okotimi man store and history even tells us that some of the masters can go as far as or timid in the baba and the pay so now.
Abraham Wabamu. Abraham Wabamu.
Yeah, the baba to me because the moment of best or DDA say was soon ye was the obetimi ahwene, and most of these people so be ware mo mana omo nhwe say oh PhD or these degrees or share say how many businesses do you have, then I will beat me aye nti sane man e so saa nti ne ko Nigeria na hwe Igbo fo na Nigeria sikafo and even West Africa sikafo bebre na no mo ye Igbo fo Hausa for any Yoruba for need them baako. But Igbo for no, they are noted for their business and entrepreneurial spirit. And I did back a delayed gratification. Into Accra no, senke be jan no akodi ni youthful exuberance. Chidi akwa sebi nsem ye mani betenase esua there. This is it was a form of mentorship, and then a friend mentorship. Not was na fe bon say honesty, they are very honest with their master and TBB won't be an objection by any obi kra o chere na de no o chere no one thing bi ohun na okọ or maybe I look at the number of years our money on master be bit me adwuma na for 10 years osua adwuma na for 10 years nti o te ne ho na no bon say na why den pick it rhythm not okonanim, and that is to tell us that before Ghana for most of us need any classroom any classroom from more my businesses I can see legally omenye scan o ben woma obu okron see school dem da, but your back catch no e best is some abroad forever. And we should come to that realization say any excuse of a very DBA can also any excuse first. So be say mean to me kind book until say you see upe bibi dey say bibi ni fashion book and they video audio podcast bibro hunting any excuse I say you na for you especially no. Whatever thing that we learn about finance, start applying it early because you make mistakes. It takes a lot of time to build great things. To start in time, obey all the necessary mistakes into unya be 30 kono, 35 kono, unya picky bibia boss now, picky bibia now because you've learned from your mistakes. Yeah.
Yep. Say okay, no excuse. Say they won't make us say I no. You journey actually, but you say there no excuse because more last one. In fact, last bonus. In fact, say bonus in a cultural attitudes towards money. Society pressure may prioritize spending on social obligations over personal savings. MC ya touch so kakra, but sad we know. Yeah. So even here crana system near the sometimes no obi oniska emphasis sometimes say it be a year 3 4 5 in a weekend or kwa ku 200 because we 200 $400 say na woji a week no see yeah sometimes me yes program I won't be some questions ba almost as a trap almost say almost say me could I say woni bi imagine say na woni bi there na be. What is the mention? By the way, so we say societal pressure yeah we see kutia. I don't want to be now a babum be that same week no so many kutia. It's those things no and yes me but tria the home beso. It's okay and you'll be able to make 50 now home beso fine the home beso no men ye the home so now we now nkusu men ye the home so now we na fi o mortgage akoya se mama. The ohun na fi the old beto aduane and so hwan yasem ma all because say wan kwaya say oferi so ye din uni bi another one so amehu paaye say the na make no the kwa so say hu ka say puli wa so na say wa hia we say because pake bika we pake bika we chiro because ye ka ho
nyoni me pro me pack me de we chiro
ye ka ho so because I'm for pull up. It was a who pull it down. Because actually, horror. Who's a, Sani when I pressure. Men fast Sani man and tone. Me ma, you see, Yama Sani man, Riri Muana, Aye Bibia, say, Yamini Quacos as a honors competition be near the cohono. And then Tadia can see any Sani man. Media Kakame can say, Uni be a uni be, so, man, how, it's our obligations that there was a tear saying, say, Ubi a mamaji, especially movie bromo, a British when to social security. So, as I'm talking right now, so United States, now do we near to SS Subibria as 2034. So government doesn't come up with a plan. Omoji already in the crown, so bet 20%. This they have to come up with a plan. Because as it is right now, system no, I stretch it. But see, plan no, time near year no. Now udi the friend saying, watcha lifespan was around 68, 68. Yes, it with the notion say, so we started social security 65. Said the first person on GS started was MC64 something, and they acquired 65. Watch out 3-4 years. No, at that time, one person be nipa almost 4 and a jumami edition. To say one person be almost be 2 point something, which is by 2034. No, a bit cut down crowd than that. At the same time, no, amount for the 80, 90, a bit crazy 100 over the social security. It's that system now stretchy. I stretch the see a happy now wasn't part of the plan. The mind for any to be breed. Now the other thing crying here. What share community momudi to be breed no. Almost crying into more in there. Remember the old woman I would you.
Yeah.
Hey, one faculty or our own faculty. Also soon I do when you have to add some more. It is about time I see changes our notion. Na yɛde tɔ car kɛseɛ yɛde tɔ ntoma kɛseɛ bag kɛseɛ belt ne saa nneɛma no ne started because it doesn't make sense about $2,000 I'm going to $2,000 a bag na mini stocks mini mutual funds mini make sense it make sense we need a single stocks and so me use Range Rover. I mean the gas in kwa cry say sometimes a guy was in the boss actually as oh can't remember the Aston Martin. I say the man no koko check here. Say yearly no. Say the cost 11,000. No, say boss me para charge wadi. Maintenance near 11,000.
A year.
Or the call back. Yeah, a year. And oh change your oil and time change but the whole year no the whole year you be change your oil say once or twice. Or you quite change no quite be 5,000. Or is that the koi? Oh, sometimes not even the car itself no crowd the maintenance the tie the kind of old crana the tie they say they was auto no oh yeah they also change BMW latest ones yeah they could change your keke or you need change in kwa keke no $1,000 $1,000 that week there's a grocery the MC in your view see yeah prioritizing investing building assets those things need here change we know everybody later now building those things now most say man no pa and that's oh yeah and hard ninja is mebre no.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And say yeah the baby next week so your fine program on by Wednesday so nice yeah and so Wednesday every Wednesday be a say kind of paradigm shift and
this coming Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday be a paradigm shift. Yes, paradigm shift to her. And Thursday so kwasi talk, right? Oh
Yeah, usually I'm here Tuesdays Tuesdays and Saturdays in the actually may but I say may usually me download them they call YouTube because YouTube. Facebook you know after 30 days video be deleted.
It's almost deleted.
And me yet na say me was say most now me they call is it will be on me edit me the better raw as time goes on no may YouTube sections now as I feel na my bemo nti me so me use yeah
say and they say Facebook live
Oh yeah, Facebook they are live.
Time
Yeah, Facebook usually Tuesday in the 4:30. And Saturdays in so 2:30 Eastern time.
What do you minimum number? I don't have your number.
I'm sending my money.
You okay? All right. Thank you.
Sure. So Wednesday, paradigm shift. Last week, any Da Costa Casaino, fine young man. We had the process. It was easy or try the stage out here with Drew now.
Wakasi mitie kakra. They are not also okoye juma kakra or like a bank.
Yes.
Okay.
Da Costa. Yeah. I was here to show only in I was a never see or no cost store by store no ton.
It takes a year to do this.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes. Thursday, Tuesdays, and Saturdays, so because you were Facebook. Was I so
now all the two are you need to mommy and no more like a notification na
because yeah Faba group no so yeah send
me the member group no so yeah
okay
I'm add my channel member so
okay all right
yeah
okay
now Sunday evening so yeah we program be a hope for life so almost so
no yet time
also 7
p.m.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, how old is Kwesi?
Hey,
one day Kwesi yeah. Kwesi is 26.
26. Kwesi, what do you?
As a person, do money, or do money, baby.
Oh, that
Is it or occupied? But we just said need to do this.
Okay.
I was saying, so 23 years old.
Okay.
Who's that?
How do you penny 40 meet you or one Waja?
Also a guy.
I'm a guy.
Who Johnny?
Yeah, my babu is the Kwesi. Yeah, or the Kwesi.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Omar 22. Yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Meet us Wednesday on Paradigm Shift 4 p.m. Eastern Standard and Ghana time 8 p.m. Here, so High Life, and see 7 p.m. Eastern, now Ghana GMT 11. So make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. And not yet be jamu. Because you will be kakakana na yampo.
Oh, over every yeah, we can do what can you know? I'll catch up to one media about culture and societal pressure, no, and indeed, nipa be out there, shawan home. What can be na very profound. What say, yeah, different from Sikaphonia here for and yes, cano a vision, no. Indeed, my whole 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, say, I me pese me drew and tell yourself that I will not settle for survival. Mudendra me the back be example say one kasa sorry anopa jinamiro num nabusa was is this the life I want to live for the rest? Or is this how I want to be for the rest of my life? Clock in, clock out. And I'm a person here for the rest of my life. And I say me person that cry sikabeye mame. That will be your defining moment.
Thank you. On that note, no. See you all. Bye-bye.